Hey, welcome to Let's Go Wild, where we talk about how to walk in love daily with God, with ourselves, and with others. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Yes, we are still talking about our thoughts. But here's the thing, today's topic is about the consequences of our thoughts. You see, our thoughts create two types of people. There are life givers and there are life takers. A life giver is someone who, when you spend time with them, they make you feel good about yourself. You know, they emit energy and joyfulness, and they're uplifting and positive, and you just love to be around them. They see the good in others. I love that. They see the good in others. When you find out they're going to be somewhere where you're going to be, you get so excited. And then when it's time for them or for you to leave, it's sad because you just want to pick them up and put them in your pocket, right? So you can bring them with you. That's a life giver. And then, flip side of the coin, there are life takers. A life taker is someone that after you spend time with them, you really can't decide if you need to either take a nap or have an oxygen treatment because they just suck the God-loving life out of you. It's so hard. It's so hard to be around life takers. Drama just envelops them. It seems to just follow them. There's always something to complain about. When you find yourself going somewhere that a life taker's going to be there, you really just start second guessing on whether or not you actually need to go. It's so sad, but it's just so exhausting to be around a life taker. Can you feel it? Can you feel the difference between the two? You know, I don't believe that anybody is born a life taker. I don't think God said, life giver, life giver, life giver. Oh, so sorry. You're a life taker. I don't think he did that. Nope. I just think that when we allow ourselves to let Satan into our thoughts and we start focusing on his lies and we allow his lies to dictate our actions, then voila, we become life takers. But, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You know, it may not be people that you choose to spend the most time with. At school, you can't choose necessarily your teachers or the people that are in your class. But so it's just the 5 people that you find yourself around most often. Who are those people? All right, write it down, make a little list. Then I want you to think of when you're not necessarily around people, what are the things that are occupying your brain space? What's the music you're listening to? What are the books that you're reading? What are the shows that you're watching? Okay? Write those down. Kind of think through that. Then take a look at them. As you're looking through that list, what are life givers and what are life takers? Who are the people in your life that you most are around that make you feel good? And who are the people that you're around that don't? And what do you feel like after you listen to the music or you watch whatever it is that was on your phone, social media? I don't know. How do you feel after the movies that you watch? This is important. This is important to look at all this because you tend to become like the things you hang out with the most. So, good side of that is if you're around people who fill your days with energy and excitement and the books and the songs and the shows just lift you up, fantastic. But if not, if all of that is grumpy, grouchy, and negative, then guess what? You may be too. See, it's a matter of setting your thoughts up to be either filled with joy or with junk. And we have some control over that. We have control over our thoughts. Here's a fun fact. You ready for a fun fact? Fun fact number 1 is you are one of somebody's 5 influencers. Oh, what? It's true. Somebody else listening to this message just may have written down your name as one of the people they spend the most time with. And then when I asked for the inventory of who are the life givers and who are the life takers, and they come to your name, what do they put you as? I hope you know that you can be a life giver. Even if right now you feel like you suck the living daylights out of people, it's not forever. You don't have to be a life taker. Because here's the thing. Even if you are a life giver, like if you classify yourself as a life giver, we are not up here every single day, every single moment of every single day. No. Even a life giver has bad days and are emotional wrecks and all the things. But the difference is a life giver doesn't destroy others while they are in their moment, while they're trying to reclaim their life. They don't destroy other people. That's a huge difference between a giver and a taker. A life giver strives to be authentic. We strive to be wholehearted people that are kind and encouraging. But it doesn't mean we don't ever get down and we don't ever get mad. We don't sit there and go, I feel good, I feel great, I feel wonderful, la, 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 I feel good, I feel great, I feel wonderful. No, that's called living in la la land. That brings up a whole story of issues for itself. So I want to circle back around. To captivating our thoughts. Do you know what God thinks of you when He looks at you? Do you know the truth of who He sees when He looks at your reflection? He sees Himself because you were beautifully and wonderfully made in His image. That's what's so cool about learning how to go wild, learning how to walk in this kind of love daily, is that our thoughts usually dictate our actions. This is important, okay? You ready? When we learn to see ourselves through God's eyes, then how we treat ourselves is going to be so much better, so much kinder, so much more. And when we start being kinder to ourselves, then we stop doing the actions that we get disappointed in ourselves of. We stop self-sabotaging. We stop binging. I mean, let's be real. We stop whatever it is that's destroying ourselves. We stop cutting. We stop hating ourselves. Why? Because instead of tearing ourselves apart, we learn to see and love ourselves through God's eyes. And then our thoughts change. And then our actions change. Okay, here's my challenge for you. My challenge for you this week is to write down all the ways that you are a life giver. What do? What's your magic power? You have it. You have it in you. Write it down. If you found in your list that you've got life takers, whether they're people or books, music, shows, any of that, I want you to write down how you can take action to change those situations so that your life is filled more with life givers than life takers. As always, if you ever need help, if you ever are struggling with what you've got going on, please don't hesitate to email me at the email address below in the description box. And I want you to like this video, I want you to subscribe to my channel, and I want you to share it with the world. So our world is filled with more life givers than takers. All right? Thanks for going wild with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.